Hi folks, I'm Dave Fulmer and I'm a member of All-in-One Profits. And today I'd like to show you how to create a ready-made campaign that the company will provide for you. When you join All-in-One Profits, you automatically receive a campaign based on your chosen user ID. But first of all, let's describe a campaign. Within that campaign, you can set up an autoresponder and splash pages to lead prospects to your autoresponder. The splash page is a web page with a lead capture form with the purpose of creating interest and a call to action. That action by the prospect would be to submit their information to receive messages from your autoresponder. Your initial campaign is not set up with either capture pages, nor does it have any messages in the autoresponder. You have to install your own messages for whatever niche you wish to promote. If you intend to promote AIOP, the company has provided a ready-made campaign with several splash pages and 19 messages installed in the autoresponder, or it is possible to load a campaign from a team leader that you may be following. This information and video today shows you how to get your all-in-one profit campaign ready-made campaign set up. So once you're logged into your back office, what you want to do is you want to click on autoresponder. So let's click on autoresponder, and here's what you're going to see. Alright, here's the page with the autoresponders, and first of all, note that at the top corner it shows which active campaign that you're in. Now if you're just initially doing this and you've never set up any other campaigns, your initial campaign is going to be your user name at AOP response. What you do is to check your campaigns. You click on campaigns and it will take you to your choices. Now as you see, we've only got one campaign, and that's initial. If you had more than one campaign here, you'd have to click on the go button to make the campaign active up here. Of course, if we click on the go button right now, it's just going to come back to the same page here. And you see that's what it is. Now what you can do is create a new campaign, or you can go to the ready-made campaign box or the shared campaign box if your leader has given you a number to make a shared campaign. But we're going to use the ready-made campaign today, and so we'll click on ready-made campaign. And it shows, as you scroll down, you show some form here you have to fill out. But first of all, what we have to do is we have to select the copy, make sure that the copy is selected, and then we're going to have to put in some various information in here. And on the campaign ID, I'm just going to put in AIOP. Now you can use this, you can be creative, you can choose any campaign ID that you want, and it's just going to put this as an internal ID for this campaign. So we're just going to choose this one. You use your own name, and then you can put in your campaign email address. If you want to, you can use the same as your other campaigns, or if you want a special email address for a given campaign, you can do this. You can choose a different email, but I'm going to use the same email campaign address, and that is dcfulmer 1937@gmail.com, and use the ID for the program, which is now for a ready-made campaign, you do not want to put anything in this box. But if you were doing a shared campaign from your team leader, then you would put the number that team leader gave you to put in this box to use for a shared campaign. And then all we do is we click on the submit button, and the campaign will be created for us. Now, if you notice, what happens is that you have a list of your campaigns. Now, if you notice, we are still in the original initial campaign. So what we have to do is we have to get into the new campaign so that we can take a look at the email messages and whatever they've put in that. So what you do is you click on Go, and it shows that our active campaign is the one we just created. And a couple things I want you to note here. First of all, note that they have given you a total of 6 splash pages that are all applied to this campaign. And this number right over here on the end of the splash page tells you which campaign that has been created. And now if we don't need to do anything here, what we want to do is we want to go into our autoresponders and check the messages and maybe do some editing. And I want to show you some things there. So let's click on autoresponders, and okay, and if we do an edit autoresponders, we'll see three things here that I want to talk to you about. First of all, you can see a list of 19 messages that are in the autoresponders. One of the things I want you to notice, right now it's set up so that you can add a message if you want, and I want you to just to note this, because later on when we get into these messages in just a few minutes, we'll select a message and I'll show you what happens when it's HTML enhanced. This message, the way it is set right now here, would be created in plain text, and all of these messages are in HTML, and let's show you the difference. We select the message, and we've already got the very first message selected, so we will go ahead and select it. Click the select button, and scroll down to see the messages. And what you notice now is that the message, this area right here shows that it's an HTML enhanced. Whichever message type it is, it'll show it up as the black bolded enhance, and you can also tell it's HTML because you've got this menu bar here for the HTML. And another thing we need to notice that the 0 on the interval is set immediately, and that shows up here as instant. In other words, what happens is your very first message is going to be instantaneously, just as quick as they confirm the subscription, they will get this message, and then the rest of the messages are sent at the day after the original message. So the next message will be sent the next day, then it's going to be a couple days, and every one of these is just about every other day, so that they're not getting the message too often. Another thing I want you to note in this is the variables. Notice here it says hello first name. What that means is that this message is personalized, and when, in other words, if your name is Peter, instead of them seeing the message with this on it, they'll say hello Peter. And as you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see your name will be put in here as and your email address, and that the username and the user email. Also in the variable links, what this will tell you, or what this will show up in the message, is that the referral link will be ID equals your user ID. Now if we go back to Campaign, actually we can do it, we can show you right here. Let's go back here to autoresponders. Alright, we have edit message, but we also have test responders, autoresponders. Now if you click on test autoresponders, you will get a whole series, the whole series of 19 messages all at once put into your email address. However, all of those variables that we saw in a message, we'll go back to the message. I want to show you this specifically. We'll select the message. In the test autoresponder mode, the first name, well, yeah, there we go. The first name variable and the user, the referral with the user code, and also the username and user email, they do not get converted in that test mode. And so what you will see is exactly this. And don't be confused by that, because obviously you want to have your user ID show up in the messages. Only in the test autoresponders does this happen. If you were to actually fill out one of those splash pages and put your name and information in the splash page and then confirm your subscription, and I always recommend that you do this because it just kind of makes sure that everything is set up right, you will find that the referral ID is correct the way you want it, and also it will show your name and your email address in that very first message that you receive when you do a real submission of information. And that completes the video for how to create a ready-made message. Thank you for taking your time to listen to this.